The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw right away.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, you're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And it's intercepted.
Across midfield.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Now, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Barkley. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This is taken around the 12.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson getting this into the hands of Turner. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. Down the left sideline.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Tajay Spears.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Niners Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They run the option on second down. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third and 4.
Tight, 19 tight. Go.
Here's Barkley. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Now Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And Jackson throwing once more. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Ravens 14, 49ers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Let's go now.
The 49er
Check,
offense
man.
set to
Check,
get
man.
this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the 1st half, I'm about to do.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
He's on his way. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Middle. You.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on third down. Barkley, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, nice move. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
49ers 7.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first and 10, Barkley. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First down. First and 10.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hand off to Spears.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here's Spears on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Barkley escaping the pressure right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 28 yards.
And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Cup 19.
On 2nd and 10, Barkley.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
First down, Ravens.
Yo.
1st down, here's Mitchell. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
That's complete right around the 8. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
and in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
49ers 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Now Spears to begin the drive.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Barkley. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
32-yard line.
Off the play fake. Barkley steps away. He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Come on.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Barkley. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Barkley. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Lacey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 11-yard line.
It's on.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
49ers 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off the score.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Gets through, and now an opening. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
And he loses the football a second time.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Still going inside the 20, and he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
On the toss, it's Spears.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd and goal, Barkley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
18, hide in.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
49ers 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Devin Duvernay on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
The
line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
68 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
56 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
49. 49ers 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because
and my goodness, another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, middle. You change it.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Barkley.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
To be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now 3rd down and 7.
3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Got it. Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Back to throw. Barkley. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
2nd and 20 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Barkley. Connects with Kittle underneath. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Mustang 19.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Barkley. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Niners. 46 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.